ready for the kind of impromptu stream. Dang it, it's gonna keep going. I just thought it would be a good idea to hang with you guys. So let me explain myself. So, my dogs that I have both passed away. So what happened was one of my dogs attacked my other dog, and so that one that attacked the other dog, that one had to be put down by the Humane Society, and then my other dog, his wounds were so severe that he had to be put down as well. And then a few days later, my cousin, she's not my cousin, my niece was born. So I kind of needed a little break. Just for a few days. I know it's not a Friday, so it's Thursday, but I thought I would tell you guys what's going on. And also, I bought some new clay recently, and so I decided that I would make some clay characters. It kept having troubles trying to start the stream, and so, I've already created this little guy. He doesn't have arms or legs yet, but he's just a skull and a body. But yeah, with everything going on, I just thought that I probably shouldn't stream. So, I have previous clay from just another project, and so I'm using that and then mixing the colors. And so far, by the way, guys, this is oven baked clay. So this is the little mushroom that I made. Hello, everyone. This is the little mushroom that I made. And this is just a little guy. I mean, once he has a face, you'll be able to recognize. And then I've made a stump. It's kind of hard to tell the colors because the lighting is absolutely dog it. But yeah, like I said, this is the little guy that I've made so far. His little skull, and he has a little body. Right now I'm mixing the colors for his arms and his legs. And also his eyes. I'll also do his eyes. But I have this color purple. See if the light can catch it. I have this very, very, very bright pink. It's so bright that the camera doesn't even necessarily catch it. Red. It's kind of a brick red. Orange. Turquoise, teal. Kind of a periwinkle color, purple and white. Okay, so now that some people are on the stream, I'll explain them myself again. My dogs got into a fight a couple weeks ago, and we had to put both of them down. Because first of all, the one that attacked, he had to be taken by the Humane Society, and the Humane Society evaluated him and unfortunately euthanized him. And then the other one that got attacked, his wounds were so severe that he had to be put down. And then my niece came on Friday, last Friday. So there was some sadness, and then there was some happiness. Everyone is good, by the way. My mom is still dealing with the fact that her dog is now gone. And I'm still dealing with the fact that I have a niece now. Who is going to be a week old tomorrow. So I think actually, no, this is still not mixed up. So the problem with the old clay that I had before was it's now got really hardened, and so it's hard to mix, and so it takes me like 10 minutes just to mix a color with the hard clay. And all of it, by the way, is oven baked clay, so all I have to do is just bake it in the oven. But more importantly, how you guys like this? I made this for my niece. Her just CZ. And then these are all supposed to be planets. This one's supposed to be Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Earth down here, and then just a couple stars. No, I will be not telling you her full name because, well, her privacy and my sister and brother and my brother and sister-in-law's privacy. But she is just a little bundle of joy, and she's so adorable. Yeah, and she came at a good time. Of course, she didn't also come at a good time because she came in the blizzard last Friday, but we all good. Okay, so now I have it's kind of a, oh god, I can't even see that. Give me a second. It's a swirled color. But I will be streaming again for another hour. And there was one other thing that I was going to talk about. I don't remember anymore. Oh, the videos that I was supposed to do last week, well, obviously they didn't come. And we try and do some more videos next week to make up for what happened. But, yeah. If I don't make videos for next week, if there's no videos up on my channel next week, then I'm sorry. Then I obviously got sidetracked and my brain did something else. Okay, so now I need to split this up. By the way, my clay tools are not the best. I still have this very, very cheap plastic knife. It's actually, for being plastic, it cuts pretty well. Like, actual cutlery knife, I could not cut the clay the other day with it because it was terrible. It's a butter knife, but this actually cuts it. So I need to cut this in 4, which is kind of hard to do since it's so little bit of clay. That's an arm. Give a little bit more. Also, once you warm this clay up, there's no going back. It's absolutely sticky and gooey. Unless you really want to throw it in the freezer. And it's just regular old Craftsmart from Michael's. It's nothing fancy or anything. I mean, the only one that's fancy is my super incredibly bright pink Sculpey. And the reason I got that color is because I thought it would look amazing mixed with other stuff. And I mean, it does. That's how I got this color of the skull. Oh, plus I have to also make his eyes as well. So, you guys not fail. none of you guys probably know, but I make little figurines, and the figurines that I make are just for my entertainment only. The reason I make them is because eventually one day I think I will maybe sell them, but I keep testing them, and I just try and try and try again to test them and make sure that all my figurines are not shatterproof. Are not shatterproof, are shatterproof. But this I made with the same stuff, and I super glued it to this plaque, just a wooden plaque, and then I painted the galaxy on the back of it. After I glued the letters and the planets on afterwards. He's got arms now. Maybe I should just leave it at that. Maybe I shouldn't give him feet. What do you say, Austin? Should I just leave it at that? Should I not give him feet at all? You're the only, actually, no, there's 2 people watching. What do you think? I could also do it just another color. I could do green for his eyeballs. Maybe I'll do green for his eyeballs. And the hard clay is also very crumbly as well, so I have to do it over a plate. So I have one plate right here, and then I have another plate off to the side with all the rest of the clay that I have. I'll make one eyeball. Take a chunk of this clay and mix it. And yes, if you're going to use this clay, it will stain your fingers. Probably can't tell, but my fingers are 150% stained. Luckily, soap will take it right off, but yes, it will definitely stain your fingers. And I think the main one that's been staining my fingers is this purplish pink, because every time I mix a color together that I have that in there, it stains, and it's definitely a noticeable stain. You can kind of see it. Probably see it better like this. See, my fingers are 150. What did I say? 150% stained. Yeah. And that's why when I mix all the purple colors that I've had so far, I've been washing my hands in between. I'm going to mix the blue colors. I have blue and a green, or not a blue, a turquoise and a teal, and then I have a turquoise, a teal, and a blue in my blue. Okay, so I will break these into 2. But no, what happened was, when we used to live in Tennessee, and we had a dog, and her name was Giselle, and she died. And my very, very, very grieving. I mean, I don't know how you would say that. My grieving mother decided to buy a dog, 2 dogs actually. So the bigger dog, we bought an older dog and a puppy, and the older dog nipped at the puppy while they were eating, and puppy grew up into this big dog, and he turned into a psychopath, and he was very food driven, but if anyone came close to his food, he would get really mad and attack the dog. He wouldn't attack human. But a couple weeks ago when he attacked the dog, he also attacked my mom, and so that's why we gave him to the Humane Society. But everything is good now, and we're very lucky. Kind of looks like an alien now. Maybe I shouldn't have given it the eyes. But there you go. It's not like what happened. I don't want to talk about it. It's that it simply happened for no really reason. And it just changed our lives a little bit. And my parents now are saying that they don't want any more animals because they don't want the heartbreak. And I totally understand. I still want my cat. He's around here somewhere. But he's not used to the quiet, and so he doesn't come downstairs much anymore. Which kind of sucks. But it's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna make a little guy. A little itty bitty guy. A little itty bitty guy. With leftover clay that I have. And then I'm gonna go wash my hands. So I will be right back, guys. I think my fingers will be stained for the rest of the day. If I keep mixing this clay, they will be at least. So, I have these 2 colors, which you can kind of see the difference. One's darker and one's lighter. So, I can mix these guys up. I've been using my ball tool to squish them down. Into each other. So I can then fold them back up into each other and then re-squish them. I will say, don't do this on a paper plate because it sticks like no other. Like it sticks really bad. Very solid clay. Which I mean is good for clay because that means it's the rigidity of it is good. Which I have baked this clay before. I would say I'm probably going to make a drawing video next week. Well, I'm going to post a drawing video next week. I'm going to make it probably today or tomorrow. And then I will probably make a new dragon puppet. But I do need supplies if I am going to do that. And I also need tape. The tape that I use for my dragon puppets is just double-sided tape, and if that doesn't work, then I use just Scotch tape. Usually the double-sided doesn't stick for very long. I haven't found out a good technique to necessarily attach everything together, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. It could be better, it could be worse. But I'm going to make, his name is Fenrir, and he is one of my OCs. I know Fenrir is from a video game or a show or whatever, but I named him Fenrir because he is a fox and a deer. And when you say Fenrir, it kind of looks like you're saying fox and deer. And then his partner is Fiona, and Fiona is also a fox and a deer. So I think I'll probably make them a double-sided puppet. And Fenrir and Fiona are my OCs, two of my OCs. I made them back when I was just starting YouTube. And they've been with me ever since. And I have a drawing of them somewhere. Okay, I think that's probably mixed in. I look like I'm a freaking Smurf now. My fingers look like I'm starting to turn into a Smurf. That's great. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I think I will probably make, I have an entire series of sculptures that I made with Model Magic, and they're all top hats. I mean, I tried to make this one into a top hat, but it just kind of turned out into a stump. Like, you can tell, I mean, it's kind of a top hat. But, and I haven't made a beret yet. So maybe I should take a beret. Maybe I should make a beret. Which berets are kind of picky when you're making them because you don't really, they kind of lean to a side and they're kind of weird looking. I actually used to have a beret and it was like bedazzled to the core. It was when I was younger. And it's not that I hated it necessarily. I just, it was very itchy because they were sequins and they were like I mean bedazzled sequins, and so it's more like an artist's hat. I mean, I guess I can just make it into a beanie. I have to start over. Yes, I totally look like a Smurf. Which is kind of sad, but I mean, whatever. Maybe I'll go 45 minutes instead of an hour. Because I know not a lot of people like to watch me, which is, I mean, unfortunately is the sad truth. Once I get a full-on setup, I will start doing more lives and I will try and make more content and I will try and get a better camera, but nothing will change until I get a better job. Yeah, I totally look like a Smurf. Kinda sad. Whatever. Ta-da! I made a beanie. My whole point of getting out the clay was so I could make a hanger for this. So I'm going to mix some clay up and I will make a hanger for this. Because when I bought it, it didn't come with a hanger. So I'm mixing teal, turquoise, and blue. It's kind of a periwinkle blue. I know I said this earlier, but yeah, it's kind of a periwinkle blue. Which I found that if you blow heat into your hands, it actually helps with the molding process. I don't even know. Mixing process? Mixing process is the correct word. I'm going to actually look like a Smurf this time. Because this is dark blue. And the reason I wanted to mold this clay, mix it and mold it into a hanger, specifically this color, is because it matches the galaxy that I was going for. So I'm gonna break a freaking finger doing this because it hurts. Which I won't be surprised, but I do want to know, how many of you guys have watched Wreck-It Ralph and the second one as well? Because me and my mom watched both of them the other day, and I missed quite a few details that I just somehow didn't see before. When the Cybug takes over Sugar Rush, and Calhoun accidentally drops into the nest where all the eggs are laid, you can tell that the Cybug is just doing it out of repetitive motion. Because in Hero's Duty, you can see that when Ralph breaks into the tower, that all the Cybug eggs, there's like no patrolling Cybug, but you can tell that they're like in a circle around the metal. And I never noticed that. You can see that it's looking after the eggs of the Cybugs. Also, if you've never seen Wreck-It Ralph, I'm sorry. This won't make any sense to you. But it's on Disney Plus, and I actually haven't watched it in at least a good 10 years. Actually, my math might be not. My math might. My math might not be right. I don't remember when that movie came out, so it could totally be wrong. It could be only be like it came out in like 2012. Then it would have been technically correct. But I don't remember when the movie came out. But I haven't seen it in a long time is what I was trying to say. This is very difficult to mix together. Hasn't changed much color though. It's not much more blue than I thought it would be. Maybe I need to mix more blue into it. I do have a lot of extra clay. I might just mold them all into a ball and see what color it gets. Okay. So I need to take this and I need to stamp this into it. But first I need to roll it into a string. Like this. And then I need to match it so it's almost completely straight. Yep, that should be it. Because once this bakes, since it's oven baked clay, once this bakes, it'll be hard. And then once it cools down and hardens a bit, then I can just super glue it on here and make a hanger for it. Speaking of which, I need to go preheat the oven. I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure these all say the same thing, that it's 175. 175, 275. Yep. 275 for 15 minutes. Be right back. Okie dokie. It's preheating now. So, I have a giant chunk of white, a small chunk of purple. It's not really purple, because this is purple, but it's more like a pinkish purple. A little chunk of actual purple, a little chunk of teal, a little chunk of turquoise, and a little chunk of periwinkle. And a pretty good sizable chunk of this neon pink, which I might leave out until the very end. I'm just gonna grab all these and just mold them all into a ball. And my hands are already like incredibly stained, so it doesn't really matter if they get even more stained. This might make a terrible, ugly color, but I don't really care. As long as I don't get any clay into the carpet, everything will be fine. Um, yeah, definitely smurfing. I will tell you a little funny story that is probably not gonna make any of you laugh, but it was funny to me when every time I hear it. When I was little, um, I got into my mom's makeup, and I was little, so it was back when they still had frickin' blue and purple and everything else into an eyeshadow palette. And I colored my entire face with blue. And the funny thing about the story is that it was actually a dream. And the reason it was a dream is because I had watched Smurfs. The funny thing, that's the funny thing. That's why it's funny. It's because I had watched the movie Smurfs, and so I had dreamt about getting into my mom's makeup. And sorry guys. I had dreamed that I had colored my entire face with blue eyeshadow. Which, if I had actually ever done that, that would have been freaking hilarious. Probably for my mom. Not a terrible good thing, because then she would have had to clean my entire face up. But then again, I will tell you an actual story. My brothers, when they were little, they got into a kind of a disgusting detail, but I think it was baby butt cream for, if they have like a rash on their butts, and they had smeared it all over their face. Actual true story. But yeah, that's funny. Both of them did it too, and so they ran up to my mom and said, "Look, Mom, we're ghosts." And they had a total, complete white face full of cream. This is taking a long time to mix. So OC video, most likely, and then drawing video, most likely. This is really taking a long time to mix. Then again, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. There's 5 colors in here. Actually, no, 6. White, purple, blue, teal, turquoise, and purplish pink. That's about how it's mixing so far. There's still a lot more mixing to go. Oh, it's created. Let me go get a parchment lined pan. Sorry guys, that was probably very loud for you. So, I'll set that there. Once I mix this color, you know what? I honestly might just leave it like this. But then again, I do want to see what color it'll make. Looks like it's actually just making like a light pink. Maybe a gray. Grayish purple. It's making like a purplish pink. A purplish pink, a purplish gray. I don't even know what you would call this color. It's basically a gray. Yeah, it's pretty gray, honestly. It's like a purple mixed with white mixed with green. So basically a gray. Just a gray. Honestly, this is kind of periwinkle. Periwinkle is a little bit more purple than this, though. Okay. So I think I'm going to make him into a rock figurine. So I'm just gonna put little eyes into him. And we'll call him good. So, reminder, I have a mushroom. I have my little guy. Let's hope he doesn't fall over. I have my little stump. I have my little thingamajig, just a cylinder. I have my little itty bitty guy. Actually, I'm gonna put eyes on him. And then I have my little beanie. And also my hanger for my little project. I'm gonna give him little tiny itty bitty eyes. Actually, I'm gonna give him a mouth as well. And then, last but not least, my giant chunk of very, 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 very bright pink clay. And my hanger. Okay, dokie. I'm gonna go throw these in the oven. Okie dokie. Probably gonna end the stream here so I can go wash my very blue hands. Thank you guys so much for watching my stream. I know it came up a little short, but at least thank you guys for being here. And I am ending it now. Prepare for those videos next week, and I'll see you guys sometime soon. Bye, guys.